Oh, okay. And what are the chances that she's going to hit that wheel again? And I know that people are going to say, well, it snows up here a lot, Ron, and they hit curbs a lot. Okay, I didn't just come in off a watermelon truck. I know what you're going to say. But understand how many wheels, we're going to sell a lot of wheels with warranties. And when you figure all the extra revenue, yep, we're going to get some back. Not very many. How many people will even know they have the warranty? How many times will they be able to take it off the car and say, oh my God, we're supposed to get a free one? How many times will they keep the car long enough to get the warranty? I mean, there are so many factors here. It's easy to see that we're going to sell some warranties. Again, we defined big and small. Big was a 10% lift in sales. Is it feasible that we could increase our sales 10% by selling warranties? And the answer is clearly yes. Everybody that's done it and done it right has achieved that or more. So, but I'll back off a little. I'm going to put the dot in the same place, right here. Now, how hard is this going to be? How much capital do we have to spend? Nothing. What else do we have to do? We have to train the salespeople. By the way, we were paying at the time 25% commissions on sales on warranties. So when a guy sells an engine for it was supposed to be $500. He got $650 for it. He got 30% more. He guaranteed it forever, and you're going to give him 25% of that. You think he might be motivated by 25% of $150 on this week's check? I mean, it's pretty easy to see he's motivated. And I know Roger Fugere is one of my favorite people in Canada. He held a champagne party for the salespeople to announce the initiative that we were going to sell warranties. It's all upside. I would consider doing it at the same time I was putting them on commission if they weren't already on commission. Because you're going to hit them with the 2x4 and then you're going to stand them back up and say, okay, here's how you're going to make more money. And they're going to love it. They're going to make more money. So all we have to do is train the salespeople. It can't be too expensive. And what are the downsides? The downsides are we won't sell any warranties and we'll have what we always had. We didn't lose anything. It didn't cost us any money. So on the scale of difficult to easy, now I'm not going to say it's really easy to train salespeople, but this is not rocket science, what I just outlined. So I'm going to put it here. So the potential is here. This is potential. This is initiative number 2, and it's selling extended warranties. Okay? Y'all's turn. Somebody give me an initiative. Something you're thinking about doing. It's not a big secret. We all know about it. Come on, don't make me come up with another one. Somebody's got an idea. Okay, so how about we're buying at 5 auctions now in the state or in the close region, and we're going to expand buying to Texas. We haven't been buying any cars in Texas. Okay? So we're trying to decrease the price that we're paying for salvage, or we're trying to keep it the same but get more of the right cars, or we're trying to buy more cars than we used to buy because we've projected that we're going to grow and we need more cars to grow, because remember, we buy sales, not cars. So we're going to buy more cars and we're going to have to work more auctions, so we're going to Texas to do it. And we're going to work 5 auctions in the North Texas area. We're not going to go all the way to Houston. Okay, can we lift our sales by 10% buying more cars? Or can we lift our sales 10% by buying better cars with the same money? Or can we lift our sales by turning our cash quicker? The answer to all those questions is pretty obvious, I think. If you had more cars to look at, to bid on, the chances you're going to raise your sales are good. So but I won't go all the way to the top. I'll go right here again. Okay, how difficult is this going to be? Oh, holy crap. This is not going to be easy. Now, we do have computerized tools. Maybe our guy's already using the computerized tools. Maybe he's already looking at the cars and leaving the bid on, what's Copart's system called? VP something, VR2, VB2, which is how most of the people are working the auctions. They're leaving bids. And by the way, did you know that if you go to the Copart screen and or IEA screen, you can sort the cars by the current bids, and if you click on the top, it'll bring all the cheap ones to the top and all the expensive ones to the bottom, and vice versa. you'll be amazed what you find at the bottom. You'll be amazed at the 2003 Honda that nobody's bid on yet. And so you can put a lowball bid in there on a 2003 Honda by just clicking on the column and seeing all the cheap cars at the bottom instead of the top. So, but we're going to have to teach him how to buy cars better. Now, if we're trying to buy more cars, we need money. But if we're just trying to buy, let's assume we're not trying to buy more cars. We're just trying to buy the right cars. Because we're sick of having the same cars to look at every week. The cars up here have more rust on them. Cars we're going to get from Texas aren't going to have rust on them. So that's going to be a plus for our customers. We'll get more body parts. Now we're going to have to figure out how to get the cars from there to here. And oddly enough, that's not as complicated as you might think. Most of the recyclers are using computerized systems with backhaulers. So there's these systems out there that you can go and say, I need 5 cars hauled from Dallas. 5 people will bid on it. In 2 hours, you'll have somebody signed up to go get the cars. And/or there'll be people that are already hauling cars this way from that neck of the woods because you notice the truck's unloading at your competitor's place. And so you just call them and say, oh yeah, I can put my cars on the trailer with Lenny's cars. So the hauling isn't the end of the world, but it's not the easiest either. So it's not easy, but it's not horrifically difficult either. So I'm going to put it here. So here's our chance to raise our sales, and here's how difficult it's going to be. This is initiative number 3, to buy cars. Okay, y'all's turn again. I don't want to have to keep coming up with them. I've never been somewhere where somebody wouldn't give me something that they want to do. Raise your hand and give me an initiative.
They had an initiative, I'm going to tell it. Selling parts on the internet.
Okay. So we're going to think about selling more. We're not selling any parts on the internet. Don't have a website. Don't get emails. Don't do anything. Don't sell any parts on the internet. Sorry, your secret's out. Okay. How hard is the likelihood that we could increase our sales 10% by selling on the internet? Good. That's a no-brainer. Okay. We're not going to have to discuss this very often. Is it going to be difficult or easy? Well, depending on how you do it, obviously. If you're going to put up a website and you don't have one, it's going to take you more than a moment to do that. And it's going to take some money. The easiest thing to do, though, assuming you have computerized inventories, is make sure they're going to Carpart and they're being put in their inventories. And the day you turn it on, you will get emails. The same day you turn it on. No doubt, positively, beyond the shadow of a doubt, you will get emails. Depending on how you filter it, you're going to say, holy crap, I got 600 emails. Because you're going to want to filter it for the kind of product that you want to sell. But just to answer emails is not going to be that hard. And they're going to charge you. I asked him because about a year ago I did this same presentation and I talked about it. And I said, they charge $100 a month. And he came up to me and said, we don't charge $100 anymore. It's $120. So I asked him today. He said it's $100 a quarter. It's $125 a month. So we know, and by the way, this really is the top. This one actually blows the top off the top. Because if you're not currently selling on the internet, and you're going to expand your market to the world, you are for sure going to increase your sales more than 10% if you do it even halfway close to right. Okay? So is it going to be difficult or easy? On the scale of doing it with email, it's pretty easy, I think. On the scale, and I would say it's on this side of the middle line. But if you're going to have to put up a website, it's on this side. Because then you're going to have to figure out how the website works and how you're going to attract the traffic. And it's also on this side. On this side, you can make the change by spending $125 a month. On this side of the chart, you're going to have to put up a website, which is going to cost you $2,500 right out of the chute to do it right. So let's assume it's email only. So it's fairly easy. It's not completely easy. And I'm guessing that you're not doing business on the internet right now because you don't have a lot of employees that are highly computer literate, or your product doesn't necessarily match that initiative. And I can remember in the early days, we would sell like 92 Honda engines to people in New York for $350. Every auto wrecker in the United States had them in New York for $500, but they ordered them from me because they found me first because of my marketing. So you'd be surprised what people will order from you just because they found you on the internet. You happen to be there. So I won't make it completely easy, so it's here. This is initiative number 4, which is selling on the internet. and I'm